Salam alaikum. Hello everyone. What comes to mind when you think of Iraq? From my perspective, is the land of two rivers, since Iraq is dominated by two famous rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. They flow southeast from the highlands in the north across the plains towards the Persian Gulf. It's also the land of rocky deserts. Many parts of Iraq are harsh to live since the rocky deserts cover about 40% of the land. Lastly, it's the land of date palm. Dozens of varieties of date palm flourish throughout southern Iraq, where the date palm dominates the landscape. In order to better understand the country of Iraq, I will simply divide my presentation into 5 parts. The land of Iraq, the culture of Iraq, the attractions of Iraq, the food of Iraq, and the sports of Iraq. So now, let's get started. Iraq, officially the Republic of Iraq, is a country located in the Middle East. Bordered by 6 countries, Iraq has a coastline measuring 58 kilometers on the northern Persian Gulf. With an area of over 437,000 square kilometers, it's about the same size as Yunnan province in China. Moreover, the north of the country is mostly composed of mountains, with the highest point being at 3,000-meter point. This country can be divided into 4 ecoregions. The population of Iraq is estimated around 40 million people. The Euphrates is the longest and one of the most important rivers of Western Asia, flowing through 3 different countries. Baghdad is the capital and one of the largest cities in the Arab world. Other sizable cities are Mosul, Basra, Kirkuk, and Erbil. The national flag is a 3 horizontal red, white, and black stripes of the Arab liberation flag. The national currency is called the Iraqi dinar, and the current exchange rate for 1 Chinese yuan is about 226 Iraqi dinar, or EQD. Iraq has a hot and dry climate, characterized by long, hot, dry summers and short, cool winters. Second, let's take a look at the culture of Iraq. Iraq is a Muslim nation, with Arabic and Kurdish being the 2 official languages. Iraq is more collectivist than Western societies. Individuals often perceive themselves to be members of groups. Just like anywhere else in the world, there are sensitive taboos that you should be aware of when traveling to Iraq. Number 1, politics. Avoid talking about politics in Iraq unless they initiate the conversation. It is more likely that the Iraqi you are talking to has experienced the Iraq War. Mentioning these topics may bring up some bad memories for them. Number 2, photos. Do not take photos or videos of an Iraqi without permission, especially if they are a woman. Number 3, religion. Do not speak critically of Islam or Islamic taboos, alcohol, pork. Doing so can make you seem intolerant of the faith. Number 4, jokes. Avoid telling dirty jokes. Such humor is not appreciated in Iraq. Number 5, language. Do not patronize or talk down to an Iraqi for having poor English. Third, let's talk about the attractions of Iraq. Iraq has 4 World Heritage Sites recognized by the UNESCO. The nation is also considered to be a potential location for ecotourism. The attractions in Baghdad are the National Museum of Iraq, which has some outstanding artifacts of Mesopotamian history. Al-Shahid Monuments, also known as the Martyr Monuments, which was built as a memorial for the soldiers who lost their lives during the Iran-Iraq War. Hatra Ruins, an ancient city built around 300 BC, which is on the UNESCO World Heritage List, located 300 kilometers away from the city center. Abu Hanifa Mosque, one of the largest mosques in Baghdad. The mosque was built around the tomb of Abu Hanifa an-Nu'man, who is the founder of Hanafi school. The must-see attractions outside the capital are the ruins of Babylon, which was a political and religious center over several successive empires. Canals of Basra, once called the Venice of the East. These canals are lined with elegant 19th century houses. The ancient city of Ur, one of the most impressive archaeological sites in Iraq with its earliest buildings. Fourth, let's move on to the food of Iraq. Wherever you go in Iraq, your trip will be incomplete without getting an opportunity to taste the local cuisine. The typical Iraqi dishes include Masgouf, the national dish consisting of seasoned grilled carp; Quzi, a succulent slow-roasted and stuffed lamb with spiced vegetables, rice and nuts; Tepsi baitinjan, which consists of flavorful fried eggplants wrapped around small spiced meatballs, all baked in a delicious tomato-based sauce; Margat al-Bamiya, a mixture of tender lamb or beef in a spiced tomato-based stew; Kebab, often marinated with garlic, lemon, and spices, then grilled; Tashrib, which consists of a thick Iraqi bread at the bottom of the plate and chicken meat poured over on top of the soaked bread; Dolma, which are cabbage rolls stuffed with beans and tart fruits; Makluba, a rice, lamb, tomato, and aubergine dish; Birani, which consists of a cooked rice with spices and meat or vegetables; and last but not least, fattoush salad, composed of greens and vegetables like tomato, cucumber, radish, as well as toasted bread. Last but not least, let's move on to the sports of Iraq. There are a wide variety of sports played and followed in Iraq. Football is the most popular sport and hobby in Iraq. Basketball, swimming, weightlifting, bodybuilding, taekwondo, boxing, kickboxing, and tennis are also popular sports and hobbies in Iraq. Iraq first competed at the Asian Games in 1974 Tehran, and the best achievement was in 1982 Delhi, when the country was ranked 11th with a total of 9 medals. In the previous games, they won a total of 47 medals, including 7 golds. The top 10 sporting events in Jakarta with the largest number of Iraqi athletes includes handball, athletics, weightlifting, and basketball. Well, I've only given you a brief introduction to Iraq, one of the most intriguing places to visit on Earth. If you truly appreciate its stunning views and plan to meet some of the most incredible people on Earth, then travel to Iraq by yourself. However, since conflicts are still very much present across the country, you'd better plan your travel with a local guide for now. Thanks a lot. If you really like this video, please give us a thumbs up and have a wonderful day. Salam. Goodbye everyone.